Hey everyone, it's Lunar Light Tarot. Welcome back to my channel, and hi if you are new. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. You already saw that title, so you already know today's reading is going to be all about what are people's first impressions of you. Okay, so in front of me I have 3 crystals. Pile number 1 is going to be the orange calcite. Pile 2 is going to be the Kiwi Opal, and pile 3 is the titanium quartz. So go ahead, take your time and choose from one of these crystals or more if you'd like to get more readings. And I also have the OG reading today. That is a reading at the end of the video for my subscribers only. And it's going to be all about what surprises others about you, okay? So if you want to watch that at the end, just make sure you're subscribed and you can go ahead and watch the OG reading. Okay, I hope you had enough time to choose because you're going to go ahead and get into pile number 1 now. Hey there, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. What are people's first impressions of you? Before we get started, I'm going to shout out some patrons. So shout out Lacey, Patricia, Lizette, Kendra, LHJ, Tia, Cherie, and Nicole. Thank you so much for being patrons, and thank you to all my patrons. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. What are people's first impressions of you? I can already see that people see you as someone who's very striking, okay? Starting off with the Tower card here, very strikingly beautiful. For this pile, I'm getting there's a lot of physical beauty, and also your personality, as we have later on, is very, very appealing to people, okay? It's like when they first meet you, they feel like they're struck, okay? I'm hearing love at first sight as well. So a lot of people, when they first meet you, they instantly are attracted to you, or they find you to be very beautiful. You have a very bright energy, is what Spirit's wanted me to tell you. Very bright energy, and you possibly could have been manifesting this kind of effect on people. Like love at first sight, or just being a magical, magnetic presence. You are definitely that magnetic presence. If you've been listening to like subliminals, or even, just intending that's how you want your presence to be, that is definitely working, okay? Now, your first impression is also that of someone who has a lot of personal power and strength, okay? So we have the 6 of Wands and then also Magician. So people see you as someone who works hard to get what you want, or that you are able to will things into your life and that you're very successful at that. If you have like a particular job or a major that you're working towards, or, a business, a career of some kind, people feel like you're doing really well in your chosen field. And that you're being uplifted in some sense. And even if it's just like a friend group type of thing, people feel like you're the one who's always being uplifted in the friend group. People are like, have you heard of my friend Orange Calcite? They are so cool. They're so this, they're so that. You gotta meet them. It's that kind of impression that they feel like everyone really likes you, okay? We also have the 5 of Pentacles here, okay? So this lets me know that when you're in the room, some people feel like the attention has shifted off of them and onto you, okay? So some people's first impression of you is that you've taken the attention off of them, and they could feel a little bit jealous about that. Some people feel like they get passed up for you because you just naturally shift the attention in the room. I'm also hearing that your presence, this might be like, it may sound far-fetched, but it's really like an angelic divine presence. Like you are someone who's very pure at heart and soul, and people can almost sense the purity. That's part of what is so stunning about you, is your energy is so pure and bright, okay? Now, moving on over here, we have give your relationship a chance, getting to know each other, and honeymoon. By the way, I didn't look at any of these cards before I lay them out. I just shuffled them and put them underneath the crystals. So yeah, when people first meet you, they immediately want to get to know you and see you again, okay? They're very interested in you. A lot of people knew right at the moment that they met you that they would like to, kiss you, be in a relationship, that they want to see you again, they want to be your friend. It's that kind of thing. Like people know very soon that they want to be a part of your life very, very quickly after they meet you and they start talking to you. And also I'm getting that as you reveal things about yourself, people are really wowed, okay? Like if you're having a conversation with someone, they're really wowed at the way that you present yourself, the way that you speak. The way that you can maintain eye contact. I feel like eye contact is a big thing for this group. The kind of handshakes that you give, the kind of presence that you have with people, they really, really enjoy that. And with the honeymoon card as well, it's like people really enjoy the time that they spend with you. They feel like they are on a little vacation, that they're on an island somewhere. When you're with someone, it's like, it's just you and them, okay? Even if there's a room full of people, others will feel like it's just you and them in the room, okay? That's really exciting. Okay, so down here we have friendship, family, and children. Okay, I was really surprised when I flipped these over and they came out, because again, it just talks to that progression and that people want to get to know you like quickly, and they want to be a fixture in your life, okay? So when people first meet you, they start fantasizing about like, oh my God, what would a friendship be like with this person? What would a relationship be like? What would a family be like with this person? Like, what are their kids like? I would like to have kids with this person. Like, I know that sounds really extra, but it's really not that far-fetched to think like you meet someone very, very attractive and you're like, oh my gosh, like they're so amazing. I wonder if I have a chance to be with them. They're probably someone who will be like a great parent. They're probably someone who would make a great like pet owner, or someone who's, I'm just getting that some of you guys own pets or you have children. And people's first impression is that you take really great care of yourself and those you love, whether that be pets, your family, things like that. People also see you as being family focused, okay, or like friendship focused, like relationship focused, I should say, and that you really take care and cherish the relationships that you have in your life. Because I'm getting that your friends hype you up to people when you first meet them. Like, say you meet someone and they're introduced to you by your friend, they're gonna be like, oh my God, Orange Calcite is the best. You've got to get to know them. Orange Calcite does this, they do that. Yeah, they're just so cool. Like, y'all gotta talk. It's that kind of thing. Like, people really love to hype you up, especially when you're not around as well. And the first impression is that people want to be friends with you and they want to get close to you. They feel like they feel like you will be a great asset in their life. And just the way that you're able to manage your own life. People can tell that you're really put together, that you're successful, you're doing well for yourself, and you're very striking. So people are just very interested in having you in their life long term, even if they've just met you, okay? Now over here, we have dirty fantasies, 18 plus desires, all night in all positions. So again, even when people first meet you, they have a flame for you. They get all hot and bothered for some of you. I feel like your beauty is really, really like unmatched for a lot of you guys. Like, you're just the most gorgeous person, most attractive, most handsome person when you walk into many, many rooms, okay? And even if you're not the most attractive person, your energy really sets you over the edge, compared to someone who's like very traditionally attractive, but their personality sucks or they're just not very nice, whatever. You have the full package where you're beautiful and you're also kind. You're also, working hard to be a success, or you are successful, and you just have that warm, sunshine kind of energy. Not that you're super bubbly or bouncing off the walls or anything, but when people come up to you, you're kind, you're warm, you're welcoming, So yeah, your personality is very, very appealing. And that's why people find themselves like wanting to get into bed with you. So I feel that even when people first meet you, they want to get close to you. They want to touch you. They want to hold your hand. They want to give you a hug. They want to buy you a drink, because your energy is just so alluring. That coupled with your face, oh my God, call it a wrap, okay? They also have wants to message you, taking their time and missing you. So the first impression is that after they meet you, they really want to talk to you again. A lot of people, though, feel like it's not the right time to come towards you, or that it's not a good idea to actually come forward, because they feel like you have so much going on in your life, or you're so successful, you're so vibrant, effervescent. This person wouldn't want to be my friend. This person wouldn't want to be in a relationship with me. A lot of people rule themselves out from being a part of your life because they feel like you are so top tier that they couldn't reach you, okay? This is true. Like, this is really what the cards are saying. But yeah, a lot of people, after they meet you, they really want to message you, but they usually don't, because they feel like you wouldn't be interested in them, okay? We also have, you're the sexiest person I know, and I'm still watching from afar. So a lot of people, they may just ask you for your social media handle and then just watch you from afar, typically, okay? It could be like people you met at parties or even coworkers of yours, okay? People tend to find your social media and then follow you and watch what you do because you're very, very interesting to a lot of people. Your beauty is very interesting. You're very interesting to look at. I just told you you're the most interesting to look at, okay? A little Kardashian reference. And yeah, people just want to know what's going on in your life because they feel like you have a lot of excitement and new things coming in. The first impression of you is also that you're a busy bee and that you are, for lack of a better word, manifesting a lot of things into your life. You're like drawing a lot of things to you. So people think that's very interesting. Okay, so now down here, we've got being with discomfort. At times of discomfort, I courageously seek my soul essence, which is clear, pure, and luminous. So again, the first impression of you is that your soul is clear, pure, and luminous. People wouldn't put it that way in those direct words, but it's the energy that you exude. You have this nice, calm aura, by the way. You're really, really calm. People really love this about you. Yeah, so the first impression is that you're not shaken easily and that you really like to enjoy your time, take things slow. You're someone who doesn't overthink is what people tend to think about you, is that you don't overthink. You just naturally say what comes to your mind, or you don't have to fill the silence with words either. Like you're just very calm and natural. So people think about you. Okay. And that you're comfortable with a little bit of discomfort, you know? It's like you don't feel the need to, you know, run all around and make everyone feel comfortable. As long as you're feeling good and you know that, you know that you're coming off well for the most part, you're really relaxed. You're really relaxed, okay? You don't feel the need to overdo it, is what I'm getting. And we have the unknown. I bow to the infinite intelligence of the cosmos and my next steps are revealed. So yeah, again, there's this sense of calm when it comes to you. It's like people can tell that you're confident and that you aren't searching for answers outside of yourself. You don't seem rushed or worried about the future at all. Like, especially when they first meet you, they could ask you like, oh yeah, like what are you planning to do with your major? Say you're in college, right? And you're like, you know, I'm actually not sure yet, but I know that once I graduate, the right job will come around and then I'll take that. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity, but I feel that I'm ready and I'm really excited for what the future has to hold. Like that is the kind of answer that you would give. And people are like, whoa, like when I was at that age or when I was at that stage in life, I was so nervous about what the future would bring. And this person's so calm. They're so calm in the face of the unknown. So that's you guys. People really like this about you, and this is what makes you seem like very wise and even spiritual to people. And it's part of your stunning factor. It's like they don't understand the way that you think. So people would like to get to know you as well. And so people really want to be friends with you and, you know, be close to you right away because you have all of these attributes and like a mindset that people strive to be in. So they're like, oh, if I get close to this person, I'll be able to kind of pick up their mindset, you know, and the way that they view things. Okay. So I really like that. We also have, I embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body and I'm receptive to their specific needs. So this is really nice. People just feel like you take really great care of yourself. Your hygiene is on point. When you come around, you always smell good. You look clean. You know, your clothes look clean. And this is not like you have to have the most, you know, amazing hairstyle and clothes or whatever, but you look really, really put together and fresh. People really like this about you. They feel like you smell good, that your skin, you know, you feel like they're freshly washed. This is so funny, but this is what really is the impression, that you're like freshly washed, and maybe that clean person aesthetic, clean girl aesthetic, you know? Just looking really, really good. So people feel like this kind of self-care comes from the inside, you know? And in that way, the first impression is that you really love yourself and that you really care about yourself to put that much effort into looking clean, looking put together, making sure your clothes are clean, your shoes are clean, you know? You just look very put together when people meet you and just very fresh. I feel like you guys could have like a perfume collection or cologne collection. Some of you could wear like really nice jewelry. Again, it doesn't have to be expensive, but the way that you put things together is really, really nice. I feel like you have, some of you could have like an eclectic kind of style or like a very natural style, or some of you could even just have like a style that you consider to be simple even. People really like this style on you because they feel like it really compliments you. I'm also, okay, standouts that I'm also getting is that your hair and your eyes are very attractive to people, okay? People like look into your eyes and they really get lost in your eyes. I'm hearing like something about the color or the shape of your eyes is really, really attractive, okay? People also get intimidated when they hear like what you do for work, what you're studying for in school, or just like what you do on a day-to-day in general, okay? They tend to get a little bit intimidated by you. And they feel like you're just top tier, like you're just on this level that they can't reach for some reason. But I think people want to get to know you as well so that they can pick your brain. So their first impression is also that you're very intelligent. You see the world in a different way, which is really exciting to a lot of people. And they want to get close to you, you know, so they can start to see the world the way that you do, okay? So overall, you're very striking, very attractive. And yeah, people want you like right off the bat, okay? They be falling in love. All right, so that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you liked this reading today. Thank you so much for watching it. If you would like more from me, I do have a Patreon, I have a TikTok, and I have a website where you can book personal readings with me, okay? Thank you so much for watching it. And if you want more, you can watch the OG reading as well. It's going to be all about what surprises others about you. This is for to be subscribed, be an OG, before you watch the OG reading. All right, hope you liked it today, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hey there, Pal 2, and welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. And before we do, I am going to give a shout out to some patrons. So shout out Lacey, Patricia, Lizette, Kendra, LHJ, Tia, Cherie, and Nicole. Thank you so much for being patrons, and thank you to all my patrons. Alrighty, so what are people's first impressions of you? Those who chose Kiwi Opal. All right, this was quite the pile. Let's just go ahead and start at the top here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So people's first impression of you is that you're someone who attracts in opportunities, okay? And that also is an opportunity to know you or to get to know you, okay? It's like when people get introduced to you, or when they actually, you know, when they get introduced to you either by you or by somebody else, they feel like, oh my God, this is an opportunity. This is a chance that I need to take because this person right now is very, very appealing, okay? So off the bat, you're really very appealing to people, and people feel like you have this like longevity to you in that when they meet you, they feel like their life would be improved in the long term just by knowing you, okay? You also have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So you get off the vibe that you don't really get caught up in your emotions. That you're able to observe them, but maybe you're a little bit cold to an extent. That's what people think about you when they first meet you, that you could be a little bit cold. You don't do the most to make people like you, and you don't really care about people's impression of you. You may have just clicked on this video just to see what it had to say, that kind of thing, because I'm seeing that you don't really care about the way that you come off to people. You care about how you present yourself, but how they receive it, you feel like that's up to them, okay? So that's really interesting. People really sense the energy about you, and it's almost like they want to prove to you that they're worthy of you caring about their opinion. So people tried to come in, you know, and get to know you kind of fast for that reason, or like prove themselves to you, all right? We also have the Nine of Wands here, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So a lot of fire energy is surrounding you. Could be a fire sign, you don't have to be. But people's first impression of you is that you are very fiery. You kind of give off like life of the party vibes, but you're also aloof. You're giving off like mysterious party person vibes, okay? It's like that one person in the party who is very attractive, almost everyone knows them, and just by them being there, they make the party more lit. Like, they don't have to be the one pouring everybody shots or being like, oh my god, everybody, like, let's do this, let's do that. If anything, you're the one kind of like chatting with your friends in the corner, laughing, having a few drinks, but the vibe is really based off of you. It's like, because you're having a good time, everybody's having a good time. Okay, you really set the vibe. That's what I'm getting. People also view you as being ambitious and very exciting when they first meet you. They feel like you have a lot of interesting projects that you're working on. They feel like you gesture a lot. You could gesture a lot with your hands, by the way. And you could just be someone who's very engaging to talk to, because people get excited when they talk to you. They get excited about your ideas. They get excited about the way that you look, or the way that you present yourself, or again, the ideas that you have, or what you say that you're up to at the time. Like, you're just very, very interesting. People like to know about your life too when they first meet you. That's their impression, is that like they're very curious about you, and they find you to be a curious person as well. You could like to ask a lot of questions to people about what they do for work, or what they're up to, how they're feeling about the event that they're at, that kind of thing. You really engage people in conversation. That's what I'm getting. People really love this about you, okay? Now, moving on to the Romance Angels cards over here, we have very soon. It says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You deserve love. You are lovable. And make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So people's first impression of you is that they want it closer to you in a romantic sense quickly. Like, people, when they first meet you, they're like, oh my god, this person is so amazing. I really just want to get closer to them. They find you to be very lovable right off the bat. People just feel like they could fall in love with you when they meet you. Like, you're so beautiful. You're so thoughtful and really kind and so exciting to be around. Like, you get people this feeling that they're being like hyped up. You could also be a great hype person. Like, you like to hype people up. People get really excited when they're around you, and they want to see you again quickly, okay? People also want to make a great first impression on you, because they feel like if they're able to make a great first impression on you, then you want to spend more time with them, etc., etc. You could notice that people go out of their way to say things that make them seem impressive to you, to do nice things for you, grab you a drink, buy you a drink, I'm trying to think of what else I might do, fix your plate for you, that kind of thing, because he'll really want to make themselves almost like useful to you, or make themselves look like desirable when it comes to you, because you are so desirable. This could even, it's not to be just romantic options as well. It could also be friends who try and do this. They'll say like, oh my god, yeah, my wardrobe is so great. Come over anytime and you could like borrow my clothes before we go out or something. Or they might say like, oh yeah, I just went to this awesome place last week. I know how to get us in. Like, you should come with me. That kind of thing. Like, people get excited when they meet you, and they want to invite you along to things. They want to see you again. So they try and entice you with things that they have or resources, so they can actually get to see you again, okay? People's first impression of you is also that they want a photo of you, or they want to like look at photos of you. This is what I'm getting, because you're very, very gorgeous. All right, so over here we have short term, brunette, female, and then past love in reverse. So your first impression is that you are a heartbreaker, okay? People just feel like they're willing to go through with it. They're willing to get their heart broken by you, but they feel like you would really hurt them. It's kind of funny, because they feel like you're a kind person, but they also feel that you are detached. You know what I mean? They feel that you are more focused on yourself and having a good time, and maybe taking care of the people that you care about, than you are about investing into new people, okay? So people feel like they would get their heart broken by you, or that you are a heartbreaker. People feel like your past loves must still be hung up on you, okay? And that you have a very seductive aura, okay, with this brunette female. Literally, you could be brunette. You don't have to be. And you could be a woman, but you don't have to be. I'm also getting that your eyelashes are very attractive. The way your nose is shaped is really attractive. I think it complements your face really well. I'm getting that your hands are very attractive, and your lips, okay? And over here we had beautiful bare face. This tells me that your face in general is really, really attractive to people. People find your stare or like your gaze to be very sultry. And yeah, you just have like a very sexy presence to you, okay? Like you're very naturally sexy, okay? You're the kind of person where you're like laughing with your friends in the corner of the room and everyone's looking over like, oh my God, who is that? They're so attractive. Like, can you introduce me to them? It's that kind of thing, okay? So people, when they first meet you, they feel like you're a heartbreaker, that you're very attractive. It all makes sense. All right. In here, with my white and yellow cards, we have Glamour Magic, Impossibly Hot, Glow Up After Glow Up, Makeup is Slayed, Unattainable, Levels and Leagues, Hottest in Your Rank. Let's just start with these, okay? So yeah, the people's first impression of you is that you're unbelievably hot. I know this sounds wild, but like this is the cards that came out. I didn't even look at these cards as I was choosing them. I would just, boop, put them in the pile underneath the crystal. So yeah, people feel like you are impossibly hot to the point where it's like, how are you this attractive? I'm getting CGI. It's almost like I know this sounds really extra, but people feel like this person's not real. Like this is the kind of person you'd see in like IMVU or this is like a CGI generated person. Like the way you look is so unreal to people. They feel like you just stepped out of a comic book, you just stepped out of a movie. That's what I'm getting. Like you look like a star. It's to people, okay? And it's the way that you dress, the way you do your makeup, if you wear makeup, or it's your beautiful bare face. Some of you don't wear makeup and you don't have to at all. I'm getting that your skin could be really, really clear. Your eyebrows could be like really on point, and your fashion sense is killer. I'm hearing Fashion Killer by Rihanna. It's just the way that, oh no, it's by A$AP Rocky. It's by the way that you put things together that makes you look so good. Also, your accessories are fire is what I'm hearing, okay? All right, next we have God or Goddess energy. God or Goddess, divine energy, chosen one, beautiful bare face, and you're cocky, okay? So when you walk in the room, people's first impression of you is that goddess walking, God walking. It's not a joke. Like you have this beautiful, shining, sparkling aura around you. And when you walk in, you have this level of like calm and peace, but also like this fire with you. Like when you look people in the eye, you get them hot and bothered, or you get them like their heart to skip a beat, okay? And even if they're not romantically attracted to you, they're still very drawn in by your energy. People want to know who you are, what you do, why you're like this, okay? Because we have people also feel like you're unattainable as well. Again, this is part of the reason why people kind of flaunt to impress you when they first meet you, because they feel like your energy is so A1. Like, they're like, who is this person and how do I get to know them better? They feel like you're so gorgeous. And then some people, their first impression of you is that you're cocky, okay? And it's not even because you're doing the most. It's really not. I feel like you guys literally, not even that you do the least, but you're so relaxed. It doesn't even make sense that people would think that you're cocky. It's almost like that one person who's really relaxed, just minding their own business, doing their own thing, and they're shining. And then someone can't handle it, and they're like, oh yeah, they're cocky. Like, they let that attention go to their head or blah, blah. But really, you're very down to earth, okay? But yeah, there's this almost like a lore surrounding you, especially if you have like been in a place for more than an hour. I'm telling you, if you've been anywhere for over an hour, people have spoken about you already, or people have looked at you enough in the room to feel like, oh, that person thinks they're all that, whatever. And it's not that you think that you're all that, but you operate in the knowing that you are enough and that you belong in any space that you walk into. And that's what's intimidating. That's what makes people feel like you're cocky, okay? We also have, are you thinking about me? I need to know you still care. And plays victim, drama starter, self-oblivious. So with this last card, it's that you don't realize the effect that you have on other people. A lot of this could be news to you. What I'm saying about you being a heartbreaker, people feel like your energy is sparkling and that you're a god or a goddess walking in the room, that you're impossibly hot. People, you don't even realize how attractive you are. I feel like for a lot of you, you don't get the extent. You know you're beautiful or you're handsome, but you don't understand the extent because you look at your features every day. But when you walk into a room with people who don't know you, they're like, is that a model? I'm telling you, they're like, is that a freaking model? Who is that? So it's almost like people want to make you out like their first impression of you is that you don't really know that this is happening, okay? And that's what makes you so down to earth too, is that you don't understand the effect that you have on people. And so you're just so innocent walking around like, hey everyone, what's up? And people are like salivating over you, you don't even know, okay? They're like foaming at the mouth and you can't see it. All right, what's up? Are you thinking about me? I need to know you still care. So their first impression is that people want to know if you're interested in them, like right off the bat. They want to know if you could see yourself caring about them, or if that you want to see them again. If you feel the same way that they do, because as soon as people meet you, they got their sights set on you. But look at this arrow. You know what I mean? They have their sights set on you very soon as well. Like they want to see you again very soon. They want to make the effort towards you. They want to prove that they're worthy of a friendship or a relationship with you. Okay. And on the split side, they want to know if you're interested in them at all, if you're thinking about them. So that's their first impression, is that you're hard to read. Okay. And that you're kind of, and you're slightly serious. That's also what I'm getting, that you're slightly serious. It's almost like when people tell a bad joke, you're not the one to laugh. You know what I mean? You're not the one to laugh or to placate people, make them feel like hold anybody's hand, okay? You're here for the fire. You're here for the excitement. You're here for the good times. You know, you're not here to, we uplift people, but you're not here to, drag someone along, if they're not going to make themselves, if they're not going to try. So this is really interesting. People really want to know what you're thinking, because you tend to hold things inside, is what their first impression is. Okay, we also have over here, fearless self-love. Whenever I choose to love myself, no matter the circumstances surrounding me, I am practicing fearlessness. And again, this is where that God or goddess energy is really coming from. It's because you walk into any room and you own it. You own that whole room. You know that you belong there. And you sense that. People feel that from you, okay? That you're not intimidated by anyone who's there. No matter their position, no matter who they know there, no matter if you don't know anybody, you're still like, yep, I belong here. Yep, get used to it. And people are like, oh my gosh, who are they? Who are they? It's very, very attractive. Okay, I'm also getting that your eyes are very gorgeous. I think I got that before. We have appreciation. Appreciating the good that exists in my here and now expands my awareness to all the good that's in the universe. So people's first impression of you is that you like to have fun. You like to enjoy life. You don't let a lot of things get you down. You look for the good, okay? It's like if someone's in a Debbie Downer kind of mood, you're either going to talk to somebody else or you're going to point out the good that's around them, Again, I don't feel like you're the type to really do the hand holding of like, trying to cheer someone up if they don't want to be cheered up. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you're someone that just really sees the good and enjoys it, and people enjoying it with you, Also remember that your hair is very gorgeous, okay? Your hair is very gorgeous. The accessories that you wear are really cool. And then quiet nourishes me. It connects me to the power of now. So your first impression from other people is that you live in the now, that you're not worried about the past or the future, and that you also are the kind of person who's going to speak just to fill the silence. I'm hearing that when you speak, it's very important. People tend to be quiet and listen to you because you have something always like very important to say, okay? You're very thoughtful, is that people's first impression of you is that you're very thoughtful, and that you'll be quiet until there's something thoughtful that you had to say or participate, okay? So it's not like you're the one who's carrying every single conversation. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not carrying every conversation. You're not bending over backwards for people. What you really do, though, is when you participate, it's really meaningful, okay? You give meaningful participation, and with that participation, you really ignite ideas for people. People start getting excited about what you have to say. They're like, oh my God, you're so right. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. This is so cool. Your idea is great. And all you said was like 3 things, and they're like, oh my God. Like, that's what it is. People love your ideas, by the way. I feel like you have a lot of great ideas about things, maybe about like businesses or products or like what we should do in the moment. Like you're someone who's like, oh, let's play this game when you're at a party, or, oh, let's do this. People are like, oh my God, why didn't I think about that? You know? So people love your ideas. They love your looks. They feel like your looks are unattainable, gorgeous, okay? That you're just someone who doesn't even know the extent of how attractive you are, inside and out. And people really want to, they want to take a chance towards you quickly after they meet you, even if they feel like you're going to break their heart, because you are a bit of a heartbreaker and they can tell that right off the bat. Okay, that's what I have for y'all today. I really hope that you liked this reading. Thank you so much for watching it. If you would like more from me, I do have the OG reading today, which is a reading at the end of the video from my subscribers. It's going to be all about what surprises others about you. I also have a TikTok, I have a Patreon, and I have a website where you can book personal readings with me. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hey there, pile number 3. If you chose titanium and quartz, this is your reading. We're going to go ahead and get into it, but before we do, I'm going to give a shout out to some patrons. So shout out Lacey, Patricia, Lizette, Kendra, LHJ, Tia, Cherie, and Nicole. Thank you so much for being patrons, and thank you to all my patrons. All right, so what are people's first impression of you? I did pre-shuffle the cards today. Let's go ahead and start. We have the 8 of Wands here. All right. We also have the 2 of Pentacles. So the first impression of you is that you're fast. Like you could be a fast talker, or your energy is just really exciting. The first impression of you is that you're going places, and you're going places fast, and that you're doing a lot of really interesting things. Okay. Because we have the 3 of Wands here, which talks about, having goals and seeing them come into fruition. So when people first meet you, they feel like you're moving very fast towards the completion of something, okay? So they could feel like you have a promising career ahead of you, or you are working towards a business that seems to be doing really, really well, and they're surprised by this. You could even be literally a fast talker. You have a lot of energy, okay? People feel like you have a lot of energy and that you're very exciting to be around, okay? And that you're also being pulled in a lot of different directions. Like you don't have time to rest. People could meet you when you're like hosting a party, or you could be the one that's kind of like the glue in the friend group where everybody knows you, and so you're being pulled in different directions by everybody else. It's like you're the one that everybody knows, and multiple people have crushes on, and you're just like you're very busy, okay? Those are the 4 of Swords in reverse. So when people see you, they feel like you don't have time to rest often, and that you're just like, you're very, very busy, okay? You can tell people about your schedule, and they could be like, oh my gosh, how are you doing that? Like say, for example, you're a nurse during the day, and then at night you work at this like security firm, I don't know, a security. And then like on Wednesdays, you babysit for your cousin down the street. Like, it's like you have so many things going on. People are like, how are you juggling all these things at once? Okay, so people's first impression of you is that you're a great juggler. You're able to multitask really well, and that you have a lot of positive things going on for you, and that you're not afraid to just go for things in your life, okay? I'm hearing that people, they tend to either admire or be jealous of the way that you can just go for life. And I'm hearing carpe diem, like you just really seize the day. You really have control over your life. It may not feel that way to you right now, but you're really steering your own ship. And people really like this about you. They feel like you are just bold and fearless, and you go after what you want, even with like reckless abandon. They love this about you though. Like you're so exciting to be around, okay? Okay, let's go ahead over to the Amira's Love Oracle quickly. So we have the Destiny card, Twin Flame, and Triangle. So again, with going after your dreams, people feel like you know what your destiny is exactly and how you're going to go after that. So their first impression of you is that you know what kind of job that you want, you know what kind of position you're going for. If you don't want a particular job, it's like you know what ways you want to make money in, or how you want to spend your time. You're very clear on like what your purpose is here and how you're going to take steps to achieve that, to other people anyway. And they feel like you're well in the thick of doing all of that. It's really inspiring to people, which makes them feel this kindred connection with you, okay? I also feel like their first impression of you is that you click with people right away. With not just them, but a lot of people, okay? So a lot of people feel this way about you, is that you click with them right away, okay? It's like, as soon as they meet you, they're like, oh my God, I want the person to be my friend. I want to go out with that person. I want to ask them out on a date. I want to take them out to dinner. You know, I want to invite them to this event. Because you're just so exciting and fun. People feel like if they don't act fast, they won't be able to get into your life because you're just so fast moving. You could have moved a lot of times in the past couple of years. You could have moved positions a lot of times in the past couple of years, moved friend groups a lot of times, because it feels like you're always on the move. You're always just doing something different, okay? Also with triangle, people feel like you have a lot of romantic options. That's the first impression that you get, is that a lot of people have crushes on you, or that you're very interesting, you're very attractive, and that a lot of people would want to be with you, and that you have multiple options, or that you're literally dating multiple people right now. Okay, you could actually be polyamorous. I'm actually picking that up in this pile. But people could assume that you're dating multiple people or you're talking to multiple people, especially if you're single, okay? And if you are polyamorous, you know, I mean, if it comes up in the conversation, that makes a lot of sense to people because they feel like you have so much energy that you could, you know, balance multiple relationships. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so back over here to the Romance Angels deck, we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So the first impression of you is that people don't get over you easily. That's what I'm getting, is that your exes are probably still into you. Right underneath this, we do have past returning. So again, like people feel like your exes have a hard time getting over you, or that it's only natural that you would have people who want to return back into your life because, you know, just look at you, just have a conversation with you. They can see why. People also feel like you're very optimistic about your life and that you put a positive spin to most anything that comes your way. You're very, very positive. Even if things seem difficult, you're like, well, we're going to get past this. And this was just like this a while ago and we got past that. So I know we can make it. I know we can do this. You have that like, let's go getter, like nothing's going to stop me kind of attitude about you. And people find you really inspiring. I'm also hearing that people's first impression of you is that you're a natural leader. All right. And also with the retreat card, they feel like they want to get to know you in private. Their first impression is that you will be different in private than you would be in public. And people want to know what your quieter side or your more shy side is like, okay? Or what you're like when people aren't around. People are very curious about that as well, okay? All right, now onto these white and yellow cards. We have you're my ideal person. Wants you so badly, thinks about you a lot, sexual fantasies, and freaky deaky, this person wants to do kinky things with you. So again, when people first meet you, they find you very attractive. A lot of people really do want you pretty badly, to start to develop crushes on you. Either they want to be your friend, they feel like you're going to be an ideal friend, or you feel like you'll be an ideal partner to them. I'm also getting that people would think that you're very adventurous, and with the Fool card, so they would be up for anything that you would be up to. Their first impression is that you are somewhat like kinky or like sexually deviant, and that you would be able to like expose them to new things, even if you're strictly vanilla. You know what I mean? Strictly vanilla. They feel like you would be adventurous in many areas of your life. So people are very curious when they meet you what sex would be like with you, because they feel like you would rock their world in ways that they haven't experienced before. Okay, which kind of goes back again to the ex returning. I don't think you guys actually have an ex returning, but the first impression is that your exes, again, they don't get over you. Okay. Okay, next we have busy bee, working hard, slipping social life. So again, people think that you work super hard. I heard workaholic. So yeah, people's first impression of you is that you could be a bit of a workaholic as well, or that you really love your job, you love what you do for work, or you love the major that you're in if you're in school, or whatever you do to occupy your time, that you really love that. I feel like you've moved on and don't care anymore. This is interesting. People sense that you have this inner core of detachment and that you're really only looking forward to things that are going to help you progress on your path, whether that be relationships, friendships, people. And it's not that it's, or experiences. And it's not that it's all transactional. You're here to just experience life, but you want that experience to bring you into alignment with where you're going next. So people feel like your first impression is that you move on easily from things that don't serve you or don't work with you, and that you're not afraid to move on because you're so busy. You have to cut things out of your life if they're not working. We also have, I find your presence soothing. All right, so people, again, their first impression is that you have a soothing presence. And it's funny because, like I said, you get people kind of hyped up, but it's also, how do I explain this? They're not nervous when they're around you, okay? It's an excitement, it's a flutter, but it's not coming from anxiety, You make people feel at ease with the thought of expansion, which is very rare. You know what I mean? You make people feel confident in they can achieve things like you do. That's why they find your presence soothing, because you help ease people out of imposter syndrome. You help build people's confidence up, even if you don't realize it. And you help people feel like they could realize their dreams like you are. And that's why the energy is soothing, even though it's expansive, okay? Then we have this person is jealous. So there are definitely people who are jealous of your options. They're jealous of this vibrant energy that you're bringing forward. They're jealous of your optimism. And they're jealous of the way that people react to you, okay? Because when people get to know you, they find you to be extremely beautiful inside and out, okay? I'm almost getting this worship energy. They want to worship you because they feel like you're gonna help them get ahead in life. People like your mindset. They like your go-getter attitude. They like your, risk-takingness. They like that you're boldly yourself, You don't feel the need to dim your light for anybody. And that makes people jealous by the way people react to you, okay? And then lastly over here, we have power of my voice. I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. So your voice is very attractive to people, but also what you say is very impactful, okay? I feel like you could talk a million miles a minute. You could be a really fast talker. And the ideas that you come out with are really inspiring. And the stories that you've been through, especially your stories, are very, very inspiring to people, and that make you more attractive. As soon as you open your mouth and start speaking, people are like, whoa, this person adds a lot of value. They have a lot of goals. They have a lot of ways to achieve it. We need this person on the team. I'm hearing you're hired. So you guys could be searching for a job, and this is a sign that you're going to be hired soon. Because people would you give a great interview, by the way. You give a great interview, great first date, you give a great first impression in general, okay? Because people feel like you're some kind of visionary. No cap. All right, we have sanctuary. In my inner sanctuary, I connect to peace, inner quietude, and comfort. So again, people find this soothing presence with you. Your first impression is actually that you're very soothing. Even people find comfort in you, even when you're encouraging them to expand. Okay, it's a very interesting feeling because you excite people. And you also bring them back to themselves. What really scares people when it comes to expansion is thinking that they can't do it, they're not good enough, they're not cut out for that. But you remind people of their truth, which is that they are limitless, they can expand, overcome their obstacles, and that the world is as large as or small as you make it, and you have the agency and the power, okay? And so it's a very comforting feeling for people to be reminded that they're in control, that they have the agency, that, that they can expand and still have it be a comfortable, positive experience. It's the way that you are so excited about life and the way that you grab life by the horns that makes people feel like, okay, I can be safe with this person because they know how life works. They know how to get ahead in their goals. And you don't even have to say too much of this. It's the way that you smile when you talk about your next obstacle or your next goal. It's the way that, you talk about your projects as if, even if they're difficult, you're like, well, we're going to get it done. We're going to find a way. And once we do, we're going to be better for it. It's like you have such an optimistic view on even challenges that people are like, well, I feel very comfortable with this person. They make me feel like I can overcome things too. And I don't have to be so nervous about them. Okay. And then we have time of follow. Creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and honored my time of follow. So people's first impression about you is that it's kind of interesting because I know the card's talking about rest time, but I'm just saying that you don't rest very often, but that you still have a lot of energy, okay? Their first impression of you is that you're full of energy and that maybe you are alone when you recharge, but when they're around you, they feel like you're just like bouncing off the walls almost. And it's not that you are the loudest in the room or that you're the most talkative even, but when you do speak, it's fast, it's, precise, and it's inspirational, okay? Again, this person is like, speaking out almost like this green and yellow energy. So it's like you activate people's hearts when you speak. You make people feel something and you give people inspiration when you do speak. You actually invigorate people's life force energy. I know we're getting deep. You actually invigorate people's life force energy when you speak. And again, because you remind them of how limitless that they could be just by talking about the way that you've overcome challenges or what's going on in your life to date and the way that you view things. I'm hearing that you have a very mature view on life and challenges. People really love this about you because it makes them feel like they can handle their challenges in the way that you do or more appropriately, okay? But yeah, first impression of you is that you're also very creative, that you have a lot of great ideas, that you're a mover and a shaker, that you're going to go very, very far, okay? Especially if this is like a workplace. People in your workplace could view you as somebody who's going to go very, very far because you're great at multitasking. People love being around you. You're very attractive. I mean, a little bit that helps, and you have all these great ideas. Like people feel connected to you when they meet you right off the bat. And it's this kindred kind of connection because again, you remind people of who they could be if they let go of the fear, This is really, really exciting. I hope that you did like this reading. Thank you so much for watching it. I truly appreciate you. I do have the OG reading coming up in just a few seconds here. It's going to be all about what surprises others about you. I'll let you know that to skip to the end of the reading and do be subscribed. I also have a TikTok, I have a Patreon, and I have a website where you can book a personal reading with me. So thank you so much for watching my video and talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hello there to my OGs who stayed to the very end of the video. I am so happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for being subscribed to my channel. Let's go ahead and get into the OG topic for today. And I just want to give a reminder to any new OGs that OG stands for Original Gangster. But here on this channel, it's just a nickname for my subscribers because y'all support me. And so y'all are my OGs, you're here for me. People used to say that, like that term, if you guys don't know like that term, it just kind of means like a homie, a friend, and someone who's really been down for you since the beginning. So y'all are my OGs. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into what surprises others about you, okay? I'm going to start with the Modern Witch Tarot. What surprises others about my OGs? Okay, so we have the Tower and the Seven of Wands in reverse. It surprises others almost how calm you are and that you're not someone who's stressed out despite the many things you have going on in your life, okay? I feel like this is really shocking to people. Like when they hear about all the things that you have on your plate, all the responsibilities that you may have, or even like your mindset about the way that you handle these responsibilities, people are really shocked because I'm hearing that people feel like they break a fingernail, or they make one mistake and they stress out about it so much and they beat themselves up over it. But you're spinning like 10 plates, you've broken a few plates and you're still just, going hard and, making whatever work for you. So this is really interesting trait about you to other people. They're like, wow, how are you able to keep up with everything you have going on and still have a positive mindset about it? What also shocks you about you, or surprises people about you, is that you're not afraid to cut people off who are creating more stress in your life than positivity. That really surprises them, especially if these people have some redeemable qualities and you still just cut them off. They're really surprised by that. What surprises others about you, my OGs? Okay, so again, everything is fine. Yeah, it's the way that you handle stress. That's what I'm getting. The way you handle stress really surprises people. They feel like you deal with a lot of things in silence, especially with this 9 of Wands coming up here, that you don't really show people when you're going through a difficult time. And what surprises people is that you really rely on like a higher power to get you through difficult times rather than other people. You could have really healthy coping mechanisms like journaling. Some of you could be in therapy. Let's say working out for some of you, some people get their frustrations out through that, or maybe sports is what it is for you. But you have like a way of channeling your emotions in a really positive way. And that's what surprises others about you, is that you really don't go to social media to vent or even tell the people about your problems. Like, people do not know when you're going through a hard time. That's what surprises them, okay, is that you're always dealing with it privately. All right, what surprises others about you? Like, people could have heard that you went through something that was difficult, and at the time you were smiling and like, maybe even posting like everything was fine. And people are really surprised to hear that you go through struggles and you can handle them by yourself. We have 9 of Wands here. It surprises others how ambitious you are as well, or how much you race towards your goals. It could also surprise people if you're not one who wants a relationship right now. That could also be surprising to people. Ooh, we have the 2 of Cups coming up. So yeah, people could be surprised that you're more, it depends. For some of you, that you're more on a playing the field energy than you are in a relationship energy. And for others of you, it could surprise others that you are in a relationship, okay? So it depends. If you are in a relationship, or like at the talking stage with someone, it's getting serious, people are surprised by that. Because you seem like the type who would play the field. Okay, there it is. Because you seem like the type who would play the field. So either you do play the field and that surprises people, or you seem like that type, but you're in some kind of relationship and that surprises people. Oh, we also have the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Cups. 5 of Wands. Interesting. I didn't mean to say that, but now that has come out of my mouth, it also makes me think that people are surprised that you don't get bogged down with drama, like social drama. Okay. People are also surprised that you're willing to, again, like pack up and leave after a situation has gone south for you. Okay. I feel like you don't tend to cry over spilled milk, even if, this 5 of Cups is here upright, but I still feel like you're not the one to really cry over spilt milk. You really just focus on the next opportunity, and that surprises people, okay, because they feel like they wouldn't be able to do that, or be so objective. All right, let's look at the Amira's Love Oracle next. What surprises people about my OGs? Freedom. Wow. Again, this is just how much freedom that you have and how the way you express it. I feel like you're very self-focused, which is a great way to be. You're focused on your own lane. People feel like you've carved out your own lane for yourself. And you're very free when it comes to how you envision achieving your goals. Does that make sense? You're not so much focused on the how. You trust that the how will manifest, and you just keep focusing on your goals. And that really surprises people. Okay, you're not so afraid of like, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to get that done? You just do it, you just do it. And you try not to overthink things and not stress yourself out. It surprises people that, again, you're not that stressed out despite everything you have going on. New love. What surprises others about you? And true gem. Ooh, yeah, it surprises others. What surprises others is your character and how kind you are. It surprises people how much of a great catch you are and how your character does not fold under pressure. You're someone that people find to be very attractive. I'm hearing luminous as well. Like, you're very luminous energy-wise, People can feel your light. They can feel the glow that's coming from you, And it's so natural. It really comes from the inside out. I think what's really surprises people is the way that you transform pain and then you transmute pain. I feel like things haven't always been so easy for you, but just like the gem, when it's put under pressure, you've become finer under pressure. You've become more beautiful, more concentrated even, you pushed out all of your impurities, so to speak, through this pressure. That's what surprises people about you, is that you're not just shining on the outside. That's you all the way through. A lot of people have to, I don't want to come off like judgy when I say this, but I'm thinking about fool's gold. You know what I mean? There are people who are like fool's gold, where they paint themselves up on the outside to be, a gem, be this great person. And then you kind of go underneath the surface and they're not. But with you, you're a gem through and through, So people are very surprised by that it's not a false glow. It's coming from the inside. All right. Let's look at my white and yellow cards now. What surprises others about my OGs? I'm still watching from afar. Okay, so people are surprised that they feel the urge to watch you on your journey, okay? That's what surprises them, is that they still want to get to know you, even after you guys have fallen out, or, even if you just met, that kind of thing. Like, people really want to keep up with you, even if you don't want to talk to them anymore, and that actually surprises them. Or that people are watching you from afar, and that surprises them, that you have exes who are watching you. I know I'm being deceptive in reverse, okay? What surprises people is that you're such a genuine, honest person, and that you could actually use some of your qualities and attributes to get by and manipulate people, but you choose not to. You choose to be a force for good, and that surprises people. Damn, you're one bad bitch. Like, into your looks surprise people, and also your attitude. New opportunities coming in soon. So the kind of opportunities that you get in life surprise people. They're like, whoa, this person is always getting, up for a new promotion. They're always getting more streams of income. Look, money's about to double. Just came out of the deck, okay? Or came out to the top. So yeah, people are surprised at the opportunities that you create in your life to make money and how successful you are. Honestly, like, people are surprised at your potential too. Or what surprises others about you? Badass, bad boy or girl, bad person, dangerous and hot. Interesting. Just a baddie in general. So yeah, people feel like you're a baddie. What surprises them is that you're actually a badass and that you're a risk taker, maybe calculated risk, But yeah, you're someone who is like, not to be messed with. It's pretty obvious that you're unfuckwittable, if you will, People can't mess with you. That's what they like about you. They feel like you're a little bit dangerous and hot. Look, we had the baddest on the block that just came out. So again, you're hot. What surprises people is how hot you are and how, like, bad you are, It's like, I can do battle by myself. I can, people feel like you're very ambitious, that you're wise, and that you cut bullshit out of your life like nobody's business, and you're super busy, and if you want to, you have to either get right or get left. It's like that kind of thing. So yeah, what surprises people is your attitude and your boundaries as well for your life. Evil eye, spell work, talking shit. Okay, what surprises people is that a lot of other people tend to evil eye you, or that you get evil eye, or that people tend to talk shit about you. That really surprises people because they feel like you're such a cool person. What is there to talk shit about? And then they realize that there is nothing to talk shit about. So people just love to, like, misconstrue things, or, set out to misunderstand you, or try to diminish what you have going on in your life, because there is no room to talk shit about you. Like, what are they going to say? You look gorgeous today, just like every other day? Like, what are they going to say? What are they going to say? Okay, this message is coming up too, which comes up in like quite a few of my readings, which is that, okay, people are surprised that others would say, oh yeah, this person's not doing much. You're not doing much. Like, they're doing the same thing that they've been doing. Like, when are they going to do something different? But the thing is, you've been winning. You've been winning, you've been coming up, you've been glowing up. And they're talking about, oh yeah, they've been doing the same thing they've been doing. Why would I stop now? If it's working, no, don't fix it. That's really funny. Okay. Yeah, people are trying to diminish your accomplishments, and that's what surprises others about you, that people try you. And let's wrap things up now with the Soulful Woman deck. Being with discomfort. At times of discomfort, I courageously seek my soul essence, which is clear, pure, and luminous. Wow, they hit on multiple points of this reading already. But again, when you're in times of discomfort, you rely on yourself for the most part. And it's not that you necessarily don't trust other people to talk to, or you feel like you have to be alone, but you know how to handle you. You know how to take care of you. And that's what surprises people, okay? Is that you're comfortable even in the discomfort, and that you know how to comfort yourself when it gets difficult. All right, guys, let me just fix that. Okay, great. What else have we got? What surprises others about my OGs? Let's take this one here. Princess Charming. I take the horse by the reins and become my own Princess Charming, taking care of my own needs. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to tell you, like, people are so surprised that you can save yourself. You don't need anybody else to validate you, to make you feel good about yourself, to make you feel attractive, or, you know, like you belong somewhere. You rely on yourself for those things, and it's really surprising to people, okay, that you can take care of your own needs. I just realized that I skipped over another point I wanted to point out in this last card, which is that it says your soul essence is clear, pure, and luminous. Didn't that word come up earlier? But anyway, about, and again, back to these gems, right? What surprises people is your pure essence. And that when they go deep with you, when they go under the surface, they don't find that you're shallow. They don't find that you're filled with limiting beliefs, or you actually have, you know, like rude perspectives on people and things that would make you come off like, you know, kind of fake, or like you're not actually as great as you say you are. You're really amazing through and through. I'm hearing you've done your research. It's hard to be this reliable. It's hard to be this open-minded. It's hard to be this, you know, kind-hearted person that you are. I feel like this takes curiosity. It takes empathy. It takes sympathy. It takes research. You know, takes, you know, knowing being in pulse with what's going on with the world today. It's like, you know, you're the kind of person who would read articles or sign petitions or go to a rally because of a cause that you believed in, you know? It's not just talk with you. Like, you really put actions behind what you believe, and your beliefs are well informed. That's also what surprises people about you, okay? That's part of your clear essence. Let's see. Because you pushed out of your life and your belief system anything that doesn't resonate with you. So you've become very clear. That makes sense. And also friendship. Wow. I am deeply grateful for the gift of friends. My appreciation for them is endless. Aww. Okay, so what surprises other people is that you put your friends first in your life, and that you really care about friendship. What surprises people is that you are a great friend, and that you're someone who likes to give to people, and you like community, even though you rely on yourself to, you know, to care for you and be there for you. It's not that you block everybody else out, you know? You just don't make it their problem per se. But you know how to lean on community. You know how to let community lean on you, especially. I feel like you're a huge giver, you know? And also I'm hearing that you are like a voice for your community. You could give people advice, you know, in big ways and small ways, but you're very helpful. And that's what surprises people about you, is that you're such a great friend as well. Even though you have these strict boundaries, you know, even though you're so busy, you still make time for friendship. You still make time for those meaningful relationships, okay? Like people, that's what people are like, how are you doing this? How are you balancing all of these things? A social life, you know, a work life, personal life, spirituality. There's a lot of things you have going on your plate that people are just like wowed by you, okay? So that is what I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching my reading and for being subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate you, and I'll talk to you in the next one, okay? Love and light. Bye.